Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And we got another spicy one for you today. But before we get into all of that, man, hey, you know what time it is. Zoe's got a shout out.
Hey, yo, what up? Shout out to everybody that's listening. Thank you for following. We love you. We love you. Hey, special shout out to Antoine, man. That's all I got.
All right. Hey, this week, they was calling it Freestyle Friday, but we're going to be talking about the value of a man? Question mark. So strap in. Let the kings talk about it. All right, good people. Hey, welcome back to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And as I am every single week, you know who it is, man. It's Alan.
This is a man's world. You know what time it is. It's Twine, a.k.a. Twine. Ask me about my podcast. You know what time it is. Let's go.
All this energy. It's your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill.
That quad shot of espresso, man. It's crazy.
Jesus.
Crazy.
On 10, what we talking about today, gentlemen? Well, first of all, good morning. How y'all feeling today?
Hey, man, I'm doing fine, man.
All right, just want to wake everybody up. I see coal in eyes over here. You know what I mean?
I'm glad we ain't recording right now. Video recording.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, so welcome, gentlemen. Good to see y'all. It's been a while. Haven't caught up. Haven't been able to keep in touch with y'all because life been lifing, man. So, yeah. What's the topic for today?
Yeah.
I did this. Today's topic is what determines a man's value. Okay, before you start, but what determines a man's value? It was stems from a conversation we had at the barbershop.
Okay.
And one of the barbers went in and he took a lot of comments personal because he feels like he's doing the best he can with what he's had in life. Like, he didn't have a father. He didn't have somebody kind of showing him and teaching him different things he had to learn on his own. Then he was put out at 16 and he's just survived. He made it. He was just a strong man and made it. And then he has a son, and that's a whole situation by itself. And I'm not saying she tricked him. I'm not saying she hustled him. But he feel like he got hustled. Yeah. And so he's trying to take care of his son, not having a father. So he's feel like he's doing the best he can. And he gets frustrated because today's women's society like to say, if you ain't making six figure and if you not this tall and if you don't have this Benz, you can't take me out the Cheesecake Factory. Pat on the head, clap my hand.
Well, come on. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then I can't. And then
they're not the only ones doing it.
Again, from his perspective,
okay.
And this is what made him start breaking down because he got so frustrated. It's like, well, what determines if a man's valuable or not? Because I'm an honest guy. I do the best I can. I'm trying to take care of my family. And it seems like the women run me down in the dirt and they don't like this, and I can't be a real man. I gotta be all feminine, and I gotta act all, and it got ugly. So, having said all that, what determines the value of a man? I'll let y'all go first.
Alan.
So here's the problem, right? All right, you ready? If you asking me what determines the value of Alan does.
Okay, hold on, because I understand what you're saying. I know exactly what you just said, but
so I'm not in my case. I'm not looking to external sources to validate or confirm my value.
Okay, that's where it got ugly.
But I am also the person who's always, I believe in 1% better every day. So if you see me 10 years from now, pray to God I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago, because then I'm not being valuable to me, because I'm always trying to grow. I'm always trying to, enlarge my territory, as they say today, right? So I'm always trying to be better tomorrow than I was today in intangible ways. Not like, 10 years ago I was eating chicken sandwiches. Now I'm just eating chicken sandwiches with a pickle on it.
All right, look, hold on. But that's the point. But that's one of the biggest issues that I believe he had. You said you don't look for external validation.
Right.
You're not looking for somebody to come tell you, but that comes from a certain place.
Now, when I was a younger man, and when I say younger man, I mean definitely pre-graduating from high school. Maybe I might have. Because, in a high school environment, what other people think can determine how your high school goes, depending on what high school you go to. Because, hey, listen, if you went to the Indian River High School at the time and you could not joke, it probably was not the high school for you to go to if you were sensitive.
No, I was.
If you were sensitive.
I was sensitive.
You ain't that sensitive, man.
I was. I didn't. That's why I ain't joke people.
What, there you go. So you was smirk. Or smart. Is that
Hey, yo, who is this?
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
No, I didn't. That's what it was. It was like that all the time. It was like, but I had an older brother, and I really didn't care.
Okay.
I could fight.
Now, your older brother. That's
fight.
also another story.
You can't joke. You better be able to fight.
Yeah, that's also true. So, but I
tell
haven't.
jokes, but I got a mean right hook. I'm listening.
Now, it doesn't mean, and it's not to say that I'm just going to be out here being stupid because I don't seek external validation, but but I'm also okay, and a lot of people are not. I'm also okay being alone.
Okay, see, we got another issue.
All right,
now I need you to talk to the young man who don't have the need or don't have the self-esteem or the reinforcement of self-confidence, and they're looking for. Look at. Hey, listen. I'm sorry because we're not the majority in this conversation. No, believe this or not, we're not the majority.
I don't know that that's true.
But
I'm not the majority.
Now, okay. I'm gonna make a statement, and I wish I had some kind of stats to back it up. But this is where it got ugly. In the barbershop.
Okay, listening.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of black men are looking for validation from other people.
From women?
Other people.
People, got it.
Rather than looking for it from within themselves.
Got it. So, with that being said, to answer your question, I'm gonna start from the beginning and go to the point that you at right now. So, being adopted, not knowing my biological parents, having a rough childhood coming up, being an adopted child, there were moments where I was seeking validations because I was trying to fill a void.
Okay.
So let's start with that. Okay. So now you're talking about people out there who are trying to fill a void and get caught up in whatever mess they're getting caught up in, and then they look in the mirror and they can't tell their own self-worth. And that's why they out here trying to get validation from other people that they think. But to be honest with you, they're trying to get validation from people who really don't mean anything at the end of the day.
Right.
I don't care if, it depends on, like, if you're looking from your father approval or mother's love or things of that nature, that's different. But I'm talking about people out here that's looking for validation from people they don't really know. And when I say they don't really know, they think they know this person, but they don't really know that person. They haven't been around long enough to understand until it's too late. Because now you're looking for validation for somebody, but they don't have your best interest at heart. And then your second point where you said, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I was that person looking for validation, and things changed when I unlearned just about everything that I was taught coming up as a child, even as a young adult. You gotta let it go. That's one thing. You gotta let things go. And second, you gotta stop being soft out here in these streets, man.
No, you gotta be nasty. Okay, here we go.
You gotta stop being soft out in these streets.
So here we go.
That's what it boils down to.
Now what? Okay. So what people call soft, or I like to call emotional aware, or being polite.
What?
Yes,
I'm sorry. What?
Yes, being simply being polite nowadays is taken as being soft.
No.
So,
no.
Yeah.
See, when I say okay, let me clarify.
Right, so clarify. Clarify.
I'm not regarding, because being polite is something that everybody should be. You know what I'm saying? Be cordial and things of that nature. But when I say stop being soft out here in these streets, I'm talking about letting other people affect how you feel. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Go ahead.
But society is telling him, or telling us, that I know that as men we supposed to. This is what he want to provide. Okay, we supposed to protect. We supposed to make sure everybody taken care of. But nobody took care of me. Nobody showed me how to provide, because I can't make X amount of money to get the house and the car so that you can come in and live comfortable. That's what some of the issue is on his determining what is valuable, what makes a man valuable. So because I couldn't go out here and get a skilled, high-paying job, or I don't have a degree to go get another job, or I don't have, so I had to make do. And so because I'm like that, this girl don't like me, and I can't get to talk to this girl. And so now,
absolutely not, man. Come on, stop it. Stop it.
Hey,
because everything you said to me,
I'm saying it from his perspective, because
I understand.
He's not the only one that thinks this way, and it's sad, but it's true. A lot of people, a lot of young men, and I can go a step further and say a lot of young black men have a misconception on what makes you valuable. That's what I'm saying. If I don't have these jewels and I don't look this way,
where did they get that from, though? You say they get that from society?
Yeah, it's what they've been told on TV.
From the music they listen to?
From the music they listen to. From the things that they... people they see, the movies and shows they watch on TV.
You know where they ultimately got it from?
Yeah.
Where they get it from?
They mom and dad.
No, the streets. What?
Them people.
Oh my God. The Dems. Them people.
But I'm saying though, if you basing a man's value, because let me be honest with you, and I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm not trying to talk down to nobody.
Go ahead.
One, it sounds selfish, and two, I say selfish because when you talk about, all right, I'm doing things for everybody else, what y'all gonna do for me? That when you go into that with that mindset, that it's not gonna work for you, because you're never gonna get treated the way you want to be treated, and you're never gonna get talked to the way you're gonna get talked to. You're never gonna get love like you want, especially if you out here, okay, I'm gonna do this for you, like a tit for tat.
Right.
People don't operate well with that tit for tat because they never get back
what they've been given.
It's never reciprocated.
Yeah.
So now you feel in a certain type of way because, okay, I gave her my all and she only gave me 20%.
Yeah. That's real.
Hey. So to me, that's kind of selfish. Like, if you really want to exceed in that area you're trying to exceed at, let's take out the fact that you're expecting something. That's the problem. You expecting to get something you ain't gonna get, because probably you ain't putting the work in to get it. Let's be real.
I think you are, though.
But it don't even. That's the problem. People are delusional. People are delusional.
Everybody's right in their own mind, man.
And another thing that you said too that kind of, I'm gonna be honest, rubbed me the wrong way is a person saying they can't do something. Oh. That word to me should be taken out of the vocabulary, because if you really wanted to, you would make time to do the things that you want to achieve and do things that will get you to where you want to be in life. You got to grind it out, man. I mean, it's never too late to go to school. You can go to you can do anything you want to do.
You ain't gotta
honestly,
go to school. I mean,
exactly.
As a barber, barber, you already got a marketable skill, and you can turn that. And there is no shortage of people that worked in a barbershop that turn that working in a barbershop to owning their own shop, getting blueprint from other people, to owning 2 shops, to owning 3 shops. There are whole courses that if somebody was interested, they could actually go learn how to do that. If more money they think is the problem.
Well, it's the value of a man. I gotta have.
I get it.
So much
you ain't
money.
Got to do nothing.
I got to have much money so I can be seen as a man.
Here's the other part of the problem. Here's the other part of the problem. The world will treat you the way you allow it to treat you.
I don't know what kind of philosophies y'all got. Well, these people crazy.
Like, because I remember, what was it? I started working somewhere years ago, and somebody was like, they constantly was having to tell somebody, "You ain't gonna talk to me like that. I'm a grown man." I have never in my entire life had to tell somebody I was a grown man, because I feel
Alan?
Because I'm already a grown man, and you know it, and I carry myself that way.
Oh, see, that's the.
I don't carry myself in a way that lets you think you can talk to me any kind of way.
And this is where I made the statement similar to that one. You're looking at the wrong place, because you're not holding yourself accountable. You're not being responsible on your own level. Yeah,
all the wrong places.
You attract. Some people say you attract what you are. You do. And to me, if you're on
I believe it,
are a high value person, you value yourself, and you have self control and discipline about yourself and how you live and what you do, then you'll attract those kind of people. If you just out here in the streets, I mean,
Trappers.
So what's a trapper?
You mentioned it earlier.
What's a trapper? I don't know what that is.
You said that someone felt as if they was trapped.
Oh, I mean, hey, but see, that's what I always say. Some, yeah, you can get hustled every now and again. You can like not see it coming every now and again, but not consistently.
No.
No. Every now and again, you got some people that put on a good show.
That's what Calvin said a while ago.
Some people want to be hustled. Marcus said that.
Oh, Marcus said that. Marcus said. Shout out to Marcus.
Hey, he said some people just want to get hustled.
You got what you was looking for.
So let's be real about it, man. And no disrespect, it's just
it's real. It's like you said, that's real. You got what you were looking for. You came here for that smoke.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's what you got.
That's crazy.
Hey, man, but yeah, that's real. No, you saw it. Yeah,
and then you get into.
And there was always flash because there's always there's always.
That's the sad part.
Matter of fact, there's a show. If I recommend y'all watch it. It's on Discovery ID.
What's that?
It's called Evil Lives Here, and every time
that's
they
the
get
name
to
of
a
the
point,
show?
they get to the point of the episode where they're like, "But there were signs."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't think Lil Timmy was a murderer, but there were signs. It's always signs, man. If you paying attention, but I find that people just don't want to pay attention.
That's true.
It's not even that they aren't; they just don't want to.
They don't want to. That's true.
You know what needs to happen? A lot of people, generally speaking, need to separate themselves from, as you said, society or them peoples.
I mean,
how can you change your mindset when you're constantly being bombarded?
Because you don't
and oversaturated.
You don't want a different mindset. That's all you do. Because again, and this is where another guy said, I thought I was right because I didn't see anything different. I didn't see anything different. I saw everyone around me doing the same thing.
And okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this dude,
Mm-hmm.
So
This dude, he didn't have his dad. He was in and out of jail. He got 12 kids. And he said, I thought I was right. Blew my mind. He said, I thought I was right.
how, Sway? You ain't got all the answers, Calvin.
No. I ain't
How,
got the
Cal?
answers. I ain't got all the answers. But this is what he said. He said, I thought I was right because I didn't see any different.
That's okay.
Everybody, I didn't have anybody around me to say, well, not as a child, because I'm sure somebody corrected you as a child. But as an adult, he thought getting these different women, hustling and doing some other stuff, that was right.
I mean,
That was the way to survive.
here's the only problem. Here's the only reason why I can't hear that most of the time. Is because it goes back to what we said a second ago. You didn't see it because you didn't want to see it.
Yep.
It was there.
It was
You
cool.
didn't want to see it.
It's cool. It's popular. It's what's popping. And like you said, that's what everybody around me doing. So let me go ahead and ride the wave.
Yep.
Instead of separating yourself and becoming a leader.
But see, that's not a like people say natural born leaders. No, I don't believe that. I actually believe that some people are.
No.
You're taught to separate yourself. You're taught to think differently because you've seen differently. I'm sorry. If you're only around a certain environment constantly,
But
consistently, and you don't venture out to see different things.
how many books have you read?
Well, now we getting to.
But see that again.
Hey, wait a minute now.
Because
Can't talk about
again,
They ain't seen
that to
nobody
me
reading.
is, and that's sad but true.
They ain't seen nobody reading anything other than probably
Environments, environment make a difference.
I'm not saying nothing, Calvin. I'm just saying the only thing they probably saw somebody reading was probably the Bible. Because that's going to be in most of
And they still didn't go.
Not even grandma.
No, player.
Okay, so they not even read because most grandparents at least had the James.
That generation is gone.
No.
That's
That
gone.
generation gone? They did already?
They
No,
did. They
and
gone.
I'm finding out. No,
They
Ooh,
gone.
they did.
no,
They ain't dead.
No,
They just
I
not.
only-
They don't have the same mentality.
Wrong.
You don't think so?
Wrong. I'm gonna say all
I'm listening.
across the board wrong.
Well,
So
you
what
probably
is it?
right, 'cause I
Nothing has
remember-
changed. The same issues and same problems we're facing today, same ones 50 years ago.
Well,
the
man.
same issues. Same general issues, same people haven't changed. Human behavior is the same. So
Well, I'll tell you what.
I ain't putting it on nobody reading whatever because the options are there. You just have to get to it.
The options have always been there.
As a man,
Yeah, the
value
so what determines
of
all right, so,
Alfonso
okay
is based upon Alfonso's actions,
okay.
and they don't have
Nothing to
any
do
influence.
with nothing else.
No.
So Fonzo's value comes from Fonzo.
Yeah.
Allen's value comes from Allen.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
Okay.
What about Calvin?
I mean, doesn't
Where's your
that
value
mean that
come
people
from?
can't from?
I got all right, so this is sad but true. This is how my view goes. My value comes from God.
I mean, that was obvious.
Yeah, well, most people don't think that. That's why I stop and start.
So how do you know what do you measure that by?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, here you go. Here you go. Everybody then is high value at that point.
No, negative. That ain't the way.
No.
Y'all go. No. What y'all?
No.
What y'all say?
Because I read.
Everybody is
See, here you go.
high value.
No, it's not.
Yes,
So,
it is.
here's my problem. Well, it's not my problem.
Misconceptions.
No,
I'm listening.
No,
I'm sorry.
people
I'm
don't
sorry. I'm
read
thinking out
because my thing is always I leave it there. Okay, stop and start there. Come to the Bible, right? The Bible describes all of us in some form or fashion. The problem is we don't want to accept it. Good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, it clearly says, okay, hey, Calvin, this is who you are. Oh, I didn't know that. Dang. but I mean, come on, be real. Yeah, all right, it said you did this. Oh, good. Oh, well, that's you. All right, have a good day. I mean, but people don't see it like I see it that way.
I understand what you're saying.
So-
but at the same time, and because I want to get back on topic, Everybody reads and have their own interpretation, so that's a problem.
And I'm saying everybody
you can
doesn't read, and everybody doesn't go through
Excuse me. Okay, I see what you're doing.
I'm saying if Calvin steals cars, okay, Calvin's a thief. It's in there. I mean, don't sugarcoat it for nobody. You ain't exempt. I'm not exempt. Okay. All right. A fool doesn't like correction. Can I handle correction? I'm a fool. Okay. So forth and so on. But you like to say, people like to say. You see what I'm saying?
So you saying no gray areas?
Ain't no gray area. It's plain.
There's no room for interpretation?
No, it's plain.
Okay, cool. All right.
It's plain. It's not. It's the fact that when I say I mean everybody, I don't like that part. And that part shouldn't stick to me. So I don't like that. That's not talking about. Okay, that's fine. I let you do. Because my thing is
denominations anyway.
Yeah, and they're right. So that's what I say. Okay, for me, okay, God, you check. God check me. Hey, I'm wrong. Good. Let me help fix that. All right. So I'm right. Cool. Let me do some more of that. End the discussion. Everybody else do what you do. I ain't got nothing for you.
To be honest with you, man, for all the men that's listening, I really hope that if you haven't already, get to a point where your self-worth is your own self-evaluation, and it don't even depend on the level you at right now, because we all have room to grow. Like Alan said, 1% a day, man. Just something where you can grow from where you are and move from where you are. Get out of the mud and progress, man. I don't like to hear when people are stuck mentally and is affecting them the way that it affect people, where they start having conversations and the emotions get involved, and then it all comes out, which is all good and fine. But at this point, some of y'all just need therapy, man.
See, but again, I think that's important. If you should have therapy if you can. If you find a counselor or find somebody to talk to,
bro,
because a lot of issues can be resolved if you go to therapy.
I used to be a skeptic myself, bro. I used to be a person that like, yo, that's bull, this BS. That's not. It ain't gonna help. And I even sometimes in the beginning I would go in there with a closed mindset, but just having a conversation about some certain things because they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
they don't come directly.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
They know how to pull that peel back.
Yes, they peeling the layers back one piece at a time, and it's going to take multiple sessions depending on how many layers you got to unveil. So get therapy, man. I would really suggest people getting, especially men, bro, because I feel like some of the men don't have, or they feel as if they don't have someone to talk to express themselves, to get it off their chest, to just be open without feeling vulnerable, you know. And what?
Explain that. Help the people.
Okay,
out. Be vulnerable. Okay, and then we're gonna leave this as a closing comment. We'll come back to this.
All right.
Okay, so I got a question.
I think that's a good talk point right there.
I got a question.
What up?
What is feminine acting?
Man, that's another talk point. Save them because those go with that.
Okay. I was making notes. And
this is for another conversation.
I don't know what feminine acting.
We'll pick up on that.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we can pick up.
So let me ask this other question. So if and this would definitely be a Calvin direction anyway. Because if things are not going the way that you want them to go, at what point in time do you do something different? Like, do you sit down and you say, hey, you know what?
Do you like
this ain't really
results?
working out? But I guess as long as you still got a hawk to a girl around, you probably still think that you're doing things right. But I mean, you can go pay for that. Like, that's easy.
Talk point 3. Come back. Come back. I'm gonna jump in on both feet with these.
All right.
Closing comments, man, so we can get these next two.
Well,
Make those points. What's a hot to a girl? Go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
if we continue in this, man, I don't really have any closing thoughts. I will say,
Are we continuing this?
Are we?
No, we're gonna close. But you got other topics. Y'all just hit like 5 different topics. We can
okay.
And then we need to talk about them.
All right. So in regards to the value of a man, I just feel as if a man should stand his ground, bro. As far as knowing who he is. First, learn who you are. Learn who you are. Love who you are. Once you find out who you are, and stride in that, man. And don't let people out here tell you what your value is.
No, Zoe said it perfect for me. I'm good.
Oh.
I'm good.
That was listen.
You get a hand clap for that one.
Oh, okay, hang on. Hey, so the only thing I got, man, is look, we've been talking about a bunch of different stuff up here. At the end of the day, if try new stuff.
Ooh.
Because that's the if everything that you've seen has you living, I'll say, a life that you might not prefer, go experience new stuff, because new information is the only way that you're going to change and push out that old information. Right? You're not going to know that you don't need certain things without finding out, what you mean other people don't live this way? So I don't have to live this way?
You don't have to.
So experience new stuff. Try out new stuff. Try out stuff you think you might not like, because you don't even know that you don't like it till you try it. I mean, anyway, man. So
hot tour.
Just you know what? Just be a high value man.
Stop trying to get your tip wet.
But an actual one. Not that old nonsense, bruh. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.